Hello there, Pokemon fans. Welcome to another PlaySkape Games video. And today we are very excited because we've just had our PSA graded returns. There's a massive box that doesn't even fit on the camera. Normally, we have a small little package that has about like 10, 20 cards in it. But today, we've gone to collect not one, not two, but an incredible, even the box is so big, it's even bloody ruining the camera. 3 stacks of PSA graded returns from the lovely people at Ludkins Collectables. Big shout out once again to those guys. Best middleman grading service in Europe, possibly the world. Link in the description if you want to get your cards PSA graded with Ludkins Collectables. So, yes, these are 3 lots of different returns. One's from September, I believe. So that's the November one. We'll do that last. We'll do them in order because there's a lot to get through here, and I can't spend too long going on about all these wonderful cards. But yes, we're going to have a closer look at some of these beautiful cards because there's so much to get through here. So normally we have one parcel a month, as we said earlier, but this time we had 3 because Christmas is an issue. I like Christmas for celebratory reasons, but normally, yes. So I'll get through that a bit later. So yeah, we got a beautiful Clefairy here from the Dream League. So you see you look early in the channel. I might have opened the box for these. I'm not sure, but yes, this promo was only given out to those who bought the booster box in Japan. Absolutely beautiful, as you can see here. Lovely Japanese promo. We still have yet to have had this release in English, and it looks like it's probably a bit late now for this to come out in English. So, an exclusive artwork there for the Clefairy fans and the Lily fans. Nice piece. I think these are currently going for about $40 as a PSA 10. So, considering you can still pick them up for about $10 on eBay, great price for those. Lovely card. We got a lovely Hidden Fates Reshiram GX here. It's quite easy to get 10s, but sometimes you get the odd 9. But I think they're still worth getting graded in the long term. People love shiny Pokemon. Hidden Fates was extremely popular, and yeah, any of the legendaries. I'm not sure about the prices of all of these, but I imagine they'll be worth a lot more than at least 50% on top of the like the ungraded price for a copy. So yeah, because Hidden Fates is still quite new, and we don't have that much sales data. Lovely, beautiful Psyduck here from the Scream promo. Lovely, beautiful card. So as you can see, this is the first of the 5 Scream promos because it just has the Ghost Pokemon in here. But then every other Scream card afterwards has. In fact, we showed this off in our last video. I think every Scream card afterwards has all of the other Pokemon going along in the line. Yeah, this is beautiful. Psyduck is notoriously the hardest one of the Scream promos to grade. I'm trying to figure out why this one specifically got a 10. It might just be some just very light like edge wear or something, maybe some dinks in the corner. I'm not sure, but yeah, Psyduck's traditionally the hardest one to grade. So it fetches a really hefty price tag. I think as a 9 though, you're still going to be getting about $40 to $50 for the Psyduck, which is really nice. So we got not just one of the beautiful. So back to Dream League here, just like from the Lily, except for this one's from the set. It's not a promo. This PSA card's absolutely beautiful. This is going in my collection. I've got so far a Red's Pikachu from the Japan. We'll see one of those later, but absolutely huge fan of this card. Love the energy from this one. At some point, if I ever meet the artist, I'm definitely going to get this one signed because huge Pikachu fan. Absolutely beautiful. I love the character cards. Even the English one is still beautiful, but something really special about this one. Yeah, not sure about the value, but I imagine it'll be around the $30 mark. And we got not one but 2, which means I can sell one and keep one for myself. So yes, remember if you want to purchase any of the cards, a lot of them will be listed on my eBay store. I'll put a link in the description, and you can also email me if you've got any other questions. So 2 beautiful Dream League Pikachu's there. So modern now, back to modern. We got here the Ultra Necrozma, so PSA 10. The first few of these that I had graded, they came back as 9s. So I think we've had back-to-back 10s on the Ultra Necrozma since then. So from the set to proceed Hidden Fates in terms of the little mini sets, Ultra Necrozma, absolutely beautiful. I believe this is now in the region of 140 to 150 US dollars or pounds, roughly around that price. Beautiful gold card. People always love their gold cards. Yes. And over here, another lovely Hidden Fates card. This time it's another gold card, but Tapu Fini. Yes. Unfortunately, it's a 9 on this. This might be more of a centering issue as opposed to condition. It's a little bit left centered there, but yeah, I think there'll be the short-term market for these. There isn't too much movement on them to be made, but they are still beautiful cards. I think in the long term, Hidden Fates will obviously sell out, and it'll be kind of like an Evolutions type thing where you had a lot of people buying Evolutions, but and back then the Full Art Mega Charizard, pretty much everyone graded as a PSA 10, but they were about $40 to $50 for a PSA 10. Now in the UK at least, they're about $70 to $80 for a PSA 10. So I think in the long term, Hidden Fates is definitely worth picking up a few cheap cards here and there, getting them graded, and reaping the rewards like three to 5 years, maybe longer down the line. So some Gem Mint fire here, absolute fire, beautiful Reshiram and Charizard PSA 10, absolutely beautiful. I have no idea what the value of this card is on a PSA 10 because I'm so used to the Rainbow Rare version of the Reshiram and Charizard, but so happy to get this as a 10 because I was actually initially going to play this in one of my decks, I think, in the Greens Charizard deck. So to get this as the 10, absolutely stunning. Love that card. Let's have a closer look at that. Beautiful. Because I like don't get me wrong, I like Rainbow Rare cards, but Charizards, I think they need to have some fire in them. It's a bit of red. So beautiful Unified Minds Mewtwo here, secret rare. Didn't get the 10, but I think again that might just be a centering issue. It's a little bit left centered there. You can see there's just a bit more border on the left side. Yeah, still a beautiful card. Love that. No idea about the value of this one. I imagine because the ungraded card's about $40 to $50, I imagine you can probably get about 70 to 80 for this one. Lovely. Aha! It's another Hidden Fates card, and it's a lovely Glaceon GX, and this time we got a PSA 10. So most of the Hidden Fates shiny GX cards, just any random shiny GX, let's say Banette GX, Golisopod GX, there isn't much like movement or excitement about those. But the evolutions, as we all know, people love collecting Eevee cards and evolutions and evolvements, and yes, I mean, even an ungraded copy of like the what's it called, Umbreon GX, the shiny Umbreon GX from Hidden Fates, that's up to like $30 now for one of those. So I can't imagine what a PSA 10 of that one will be, but obviously Umbreon's more popular than Glaceon, but still I imagine this, even if it doesn't get that much now, they're all really good investments for like the PSA 10 versions of those of the more popular characters. Sorry for Banette fans, but I probably wouldn't get Banette graded. Right, lovely Champions Festival. So this, as a lot of you might know, is the promo card that was in part of a sealed pack of promos that were given out to the competitors and staff members at the World Championships in Washington, D.C. And as you know, Japanese cards in general have higher print quality, and we've not just got one, but two of the PSA 10 versions of the Champions Festival. There might even be one in one of the other stacks we got over here, actually, another PSA 10, but absolutely beautiful. The artwork of these cards have been super popular. I've been selling the ungraded versions of the Japanese Champions Festival cards for like $40 $50 each at the moment. So there's again really good investments. Obviously there's not as much market for PSA in Japan, but they've just had an office there. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's like an office or something for PSA grading in Japan, and they now are getting a lot more excited about PSA cards, so I think they're good investments. And there's still obviously always there's a lot of Japanese collectors for this. And you see like fun facts for the Champions Festival, you can see like the artworks from previous years in the background. You've got the Psyduck boat there, you've got like the California one there. Absolutely beautiful, love that art. And it's also got Eevee on it, so it makes it a bit more unique than the other World's promos. So I can't even remember submitting one of these, never mind two, but we got a nice 9 to go along with our 10. So lovely another Charizard there. I think this one struggles a bit with the centering because the back looks pretty clean, so it must just be a centering issue. But yeah, lovely 9 to go with our 10. Rainbow Rares. So this one, I love this one. This one is also having a little bit of struggle with the centering, but I don't think as bad as the other one, as the Charizard we just looked at. So lovely PSA 10 on the Gengar Mimikyu. I think like the ungraded copy of this card, like as like a mint copy of this card, is like is $20. So I've no idea how much the value of this one is. These are going up. They're also seeing a lot more play in decks now, in the Psychic decks. So lovely, beautiful Gengar there. So again, I'm sure a Gengar collector will snap that up at some point, or even a Mimikyu collector. So you're going to see a lot of Blastoises in these videos. Lovely Blastoise, PSA 9, and Broken Bonds. I thought they were quite cheap at the time, so I picked up a whole bunch of Blastoises, and yes, I think even the 9 PSA 9 is worth about $70. So nice Blastoise there. Lugia, you'll see quite a few rainbow rares here. I'm just picking up more of the popular characters because this, unlike a lot of the other cards in Lost Thunder, the rainbow rares, there's still a lot of value in this Lugia. It was a playable card in some decks. Didn't get a 10 unfortunately, but yes, Lugia is always one of those cards, and there's been some sort of little mini resurgence on people collecting the rainbow rares. So lovely card there, lovely little Lugia. I'm going to say the word lovely a lot, I do apologise. More Hidden Fates. Now we got a nice PSA 10 here. Look at that beautiful shiny Ho-Oh. I absolutely adore everything about this card. Really beautiful, really pretty. I played Ho-Oh in some of my early tournament decks, so yes, nice little card. I'm tempted to keep that for my collection, but we'll see. So following up from that PSA 9 Mewtwo earlier, we got a nice 10 in the full art version. So absolutely beautiful. Mewtwo collectors. The thing is, this card ticks a lot of boxes. Modern, tag team, and it features both Mew and Mewtwo. So you get a nice cross pollination there from the Mew collectors and the Mewtwo collectors. Yeah, so I think there's not much short term value in this card, but 3-5 years, see where it goes. Absolutely beautiful card. Lovely, 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 lovely. So more Japanese. So I thought that I actually opened. If you look back on my channel, there's a few Japanese booster box openings, and you can actually see me pulling this Charizard and Braixen. It's not worth that much ungraded, but I think even as a 10, you're still going to get about $30 for a Japanese Braixen Charizard as a PSA 10. So love it, because the Japanese, they love Braixen, and they love that whole sort of Delphox line. So nice little Japanese Braixen Charizard there from Remix Bout. Yes. Ooh, more rainbow rares. This time a PSA 10. It's always nice to see rainbows in a PSA 10 because some sets are a lot harder to grade than others. Shining Legends can be quite tough to get in the 10s, but Entei, again, another popular legendary. I think this one is probably like $80 to $100 easily. The ungraded Entei goes for about $50, so I imagine there must be a nice little premium on that. And the last of the we're gonna put our finger over this one. The last of the things. Oh my god, it's a Charizard. It's gonna be a gem mint. It's a PSA 1. I just thought there's people that in the Charizard, there's people that collect there. So if you can see like where the light is, you can see massive creases all over it there. Big old crease on the side there. And let's look at that back. Oh yes, it's not a good one. It's not a good one. But I'm happy to have this as a 1 because people will still pay a premium for a PSA 1 because they want to collect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the PSA cards. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I imagine I can still get at least $50 for this Charizard, and I didn't pay anywhere near that for it. So, yeah, nice PSA 1 poor Charizard there. Oh boy. So, the Braixen Charizard and the Charizard pile. I'm keeping a track of the piles as we go along. Right, we need to start motoring through these. Here are the October returns. Lots of cards to get through. Right, Shining Legends Mewtwo, beautiful card. Yes, these are still cheap. You can still get these quite cheap. There's a 9, a lovely CD Venusaur promo. Yes, these are some old school, one of the oldest cards probably you'll see in this video. Beautiful, lovely Ken Sugimori art there. Yeah, just double checking. I think this is around $50, but imagine we'll get there soon. So we're going to see some more Wizards of the Coast, Ampharos. I was hoping for an 8 on this because it looks in decent condition, but there's a bit of whiting up there. The centering's not amazing, and there must be a whole bunch of like scratches on the hollow fall that I can't really see. But 7, I imagine, is probably in the region of about $30 to $40 still. It's quite a nice little card. a Wizards Evolutions Holo Charizard Evolutions. Yes, beautiful card, absolutely stunning. Still love the holo in these. I think the nines and the tens of these in the long term have a really good place to keep increasing. The values are still going up for these. People want still that retro Charizard feel, but not the sort of price tag that you would have as a PSA 9 for a base set one. So I think this is still in the region of like $50 to $60. It might be a lot more, but yeah, absolutely beautiful. Because it's also hard to grade these. The full arts from Evolutions are quite tough to grade, quite easy to grade, but the half arts not so much. Lovely Heracross here. Big shout out to Cole from the Brighton Pokemon group. Huge Heracross fan. Yeah, nice PSA 8 Heracross. I'm not sure about the values of some of these Wizards of the Coast ones because I haven't done that much recently, but still looking. Now, this is nice. I was not expecting a 9 on this one. I love getting 9s of any basic holos. It doesn't matter if it's first edition Shadows or whatever. 9s on basic holos, always a nice, lovely Mewtwo. Sure that we can get at least $50 for that. I mean, if you think about an ungraded Mewtwo, you can pick these up like $5, $10 all day long. So you're getting some nice margins on the Wizards of the Coast, especially if he hits some 10s and 9s. Lovely Blastoise. Again, Blastoise, just like the Charizard, people collect 1 through to 7, 1 through to 10. So don't matter if your Blastoise isn't in amazing condition. Get it graded. You'll still get some sort of margin on it, I think. And yes, you still got that lovely, iconic Blastoise Ken Sugimori artwork there. I imagine as I sold an 8 literally yesterday for about 90 pounds, which is about $100. So I imagine as a 7, probably going to get in a region of like $70 for that beautiful card. Again, you can still pick up Blastoises for like 50 to 20 all day at that price. Lovely Venusaur. So I have a PSA 8, a PSA 9 that's worth in about the region of $120. So I imagine you can still get maybe about $70 for this one. Beautiful Venusaur, lovely base set. Venusaur there. And another Blastoise to go with our other one, but this one is a bit worse condition. I thought this was going to get like a 5, but then I noticed there's a little micro crease. Can't really see it that well on the camera. There's a tiny little crease on it, but you can sort of see the light bouncing off it a little bit there, touching onto it there. But yeah, still a beautiful Blastoise. You're still gonna get decent amount for that. Again, same with the Charizards. You're gonna get some nice return on these Charizards. It's nice to see also. Doesn't matter too much about the grades, but it's always nice to see base set Pokemon cards, like classic cards. This is like while a lot of us got into the game, this is like a lot of the time people are still collecting, chasing after these. Conditions don't matter too much for some people. They just want the nostalgia. They want the artwork, and yeah. Even a Charizard in this condition as a 4 will still get like $60. Absolutely beautiful. Now back into modern Hidden Fates. Absolutely love this Cynthia. I was hoping for a 10 for this one, but I think it might struggle. Yeah, the centering's a bit of an issue with this one. Beautiful Cynthia. I imagine this would be in the region of like around $70 to $80, but I haven't checked it recently. Eevee, Hidden Fates Eevee, beautiful Eevee. Nice PSA 10. I think of like a few of the half art shinies, like Charmander, Charmeleon, Eevee, maybe a few others like Cypher, maybe at a stretch, but the more popular Pokemon from Hidden Fates, there is a lot of obviously there's a lot of Pokemon that people love to collect. So Eevee's one of them. Beautiful Eevee. No idea what this is worth, but if it goes for less than $40 in the future, I'd be surprised. You can still pick like the Eevees for around $10 each. So nice Eevee there. Right, Charizard goes on the Charizard part. Right, Charizards are over there. Another Mewtwo. So we ended up with another Mewtwo to go with our Mewtwo. So we got 2 PSA 10s of the half art Mewtwo. So it seems so far that it's been easier to grade the half arts than the Rainbow Rares, but we'll have to see in the future. Another Blastoise GX. We're going to see a lot of these. Yeah, let's Blastoise GX. Probably about $70 for that one. Yay! So we got you saw the Tapu Fini earlier in the video. So we got the Tapu Bulu, except for this one's a PSA 10. So very nice, very nice. I know a Tapu Bulu fan as well, so he might be interested in this one. Big shout out to oh god, there's too many people to shout out. Tapu Bulu fan, you know who you are. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. So I absolutely love this card. Look at this. It's the beautiful. So look at the abbreviation on this. Pokemon Sun and Moon, Black Star, Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno GX. Hidden Fates, Hidden Hif, Elite Trainer Box for like a lot to get in there, a lot to fit in there. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's a stained glass Uno Dos Tres. It's a legendary bird. It's the one that everyone loves, everyone wants. The I sold a whole bunch of these at Christmas, like much more than I paid for them, like ungraded. So I think I'm gonna keep getting these graded. There's a lot of value in these long term. Absolutely love these cards. Yeah, I imagine the nine you can probably sell for around $30, maybe like $50 odd for the 10 currently, but they're gonna keep going up. I love these. They're beautiful, absolutely stunning. So we're back. We just had to change some storage around. It's a very large video, lots to get through. Yeah, so we got here a beautiful Espeon GX from Hidden Fates. Unfortunately, unlike its cousin, the Glaceon, we didn't get PSA 10, but I just love like the Espeon's one of my favorite shinies from the evolution. I love that green alien look. It's very much akin to Pokemon, to like an alien type Pokemon. Yeah, I think centering is I think is one of the main things that lets down some of the Hidden Fates cards. It's not so much the condition, but more of the centering because they don't want to give every single card a 10 because then it'd be silly, wouldn't look good on them, wouldn't look good on PSA if they just gave every card a 10. But yeah, so like this lovely Mewtwo as well, just slightly off centered from the top on the left as well. So because I really can't see anything wrong with them. I mean, there's a little tiny speckle at the top there, but nothing crazy, nothing over the top. Yeah. But still, even as nines, I think you still get some good value from those. So we've got these cards, next two cards belong to my lovely friend Daniel, one of the lovely people from the hashtag Team Win Goal Brighton Pokemon area. So lovely Reshiram Charizard. Unfortunately, this one only got an 8, but he knew the condition wasn't great on this one. It has a little bit of edge wear, some bit centering issues, but he's wanted it for his collection more than anything else, I believe. So nice 8 there for Daniel. But here is the big one, the one everyone wants. Well, it's not the black label shiny Charizard, but the regular Charizard GX from Hidden Fates. Beautiful, 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 beautiful card. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, lovely classic sort of Charizard pose there. Really nice, and he must be over the moon to fight when he found out. I told him the other day that he got a PSA 10 for his Hidden Fates Charizard, so absolutely stunning. So he's a very lucky man, very happy. You can probably still get the ungraded copies of the Charizard GX for around 200, I think around $200 in the UK anyway. PSA 10 of the the Gem Mint version of the PSA 10 of the Charizard GX. You're looking at still around the region of $400 to $500. So you're doubling your investment in the card pretty much. Obviously there's PSA fees and shipping, but yeah, absolutely beautiful card. He's going to be over the moon for that. I'm looking forward to giving him his Charizards very soon. So last two cards, lovely. A bit random, but we have the Detective Yoshida from Detective Pikachu. I tried to order these sometimes when I send them off, but they come back quite randomly. Yeah, so we got the lovely Detective Pikachu with his Snubble. Another card that we never got in English. I think it's something to do with the actor. So the actor who plays Detective Yoshida in the movie, something to do with his might have been something to do with his image rights outside of Japan. Someone was telling me, but again, another awesome promo that we like with that Clefairy we saw earlier. I also love how the shine, it's like all over the thing, but then like Snubble is like a bit not as shiny himself, but yeah. I think these were distributed quite strangely, so it's a bit harder to get the 10s than it is the 9s, but beautiful Detective Yoshida. No idea on the value on this one, but nice collector's piece. Nice bit of Pokemon history. I think like one of the first times he's got like a live action sort of character on the Pokemon cards, so there might be some older Japanese promos, I think, but it's nice to see like classic sort of like movie promo card. Absolutely beautiful. The Detective Pikachu Yoshida. And last but not least, more fire. Lovely reverse holo Charizard. We've seen this, we've seen the Holo Boy, and I was so thrilled when I found out that this one got a Gem Mint 10 because I've tried to get a few of these graded in the past, and they all come back as 8s and 9s. It's got a huge holo foil pattern, lots of reverse holo, and it's very easily scratched. And again, print quality sometimes is quite tough on these sort of half arts from Evolutions, but yeah, lovely, slightly off-centered, but not too bad. And yes, very, very thrilled to get PSA 10 on this Charizard from Reverse Holo Charizard from Evolutions. So very stoked on this one. I believe this is in the region of $120 for a PSA 10. So considering you can still pick these up for probably around $10, $20. That's not bad. Obviously, it's going to be very hard to find one that's worthy of a 10, but yes, very, very happy with that one. So we're down to our last bunch of cards, the November's shipments. Let's see what's in this stack. Let's try and get through these as quick as possible because this video is already dragging on. A lovely Solgaleo. So we had the Ultra Necrozma earlier. Like with that, this was like a secret rare in the set, but obviously Ultra Prism's a much bigger set, and there was two of them. There was a Lunala and the Solgaleo, so this one's quite hard. I've also had problems getting these in PSA 10 in the past in terms of the grading of them. So a 9's definitely not too bad for this one. I believe the 9 is still worth in the region of $100, 120, maybe a bit more. So beautiful Solgaleo from Ultra Prism, another gold card. Lots of gold in this returns. So a nice random base set 2 Charizard Holo. So base set 2, as many of you know, is a reprint set. Has a lot of the same artwork and cards from the base set and some of the other early Wizards of the Coast sets, but still always nice to see an early Charizard. I knew this wasn't going to get an amazing grade, but still happy to get a 6 on this. Again, people will collect 1 to 6s of all the Charizards, so some good value to be made on that one. So you're going to see a lot of these Blastoids and Piplups. I might have sent a few too many of these off because they were quite cheap at the time. Again, it's a bit of a cross sort of population thing here. You got Piplup and Blastoise, so lots to be loved about this card. Yeah, 9. Got a few 9s, got a few 10s. No idea on the values, but yeah, I think again they're not going to be a fast shifter. I think like they'll be good sellers at Comic Cons. People like those. So we're going to get some more Wizards of the Coast as well. Lovely Celebi. Love this artwork. It's one of my favourite Celebi artworks, I would say. Nice classic. And also like nice simple like boxes and not going overly complicated. If you look at like all the text needed for the Blastoise and Piplup compared to like the Wizards of the Coast sets. Nice classic Celebi Holo. Nothing amazing value-wise, but still a beautiful card. PSA 9's definitely worth picking up and investing in PSA 9's and Wizards of the Coast sets because less people are opening boxes nowadays. It's much harder to get hold of the PSA 9 versions of some of those. A lovely Ash's Pikachu. So yeah, unfortunately, this one got a 6, and I have no idea why. I presume it's a micro crease somewhere on the card. Let's see if we can spot it here. I don't want to spend too long looking at our Pokemon card when we've got so much to get through. Yeah, so they won't be given 6s. So a card immediately gets downgraded to a 6 if the grader spots a crease or some kind of damage to it. I can't see it from here, but I'll have a closer look at that. The PSA 10s are going for about $30. As a 6, it's probably not worth too much. I might take it out, might ungrade it, get it out, crack it out of the case, sell it as a raw card on eBay or something. I don't know. I might leave it in the collection. We'll see. Maybe I'll try and collect 1 through to 10 of these at some point. Probably not. Right. More Japanese Champions Festivals. I did say we're going to have some more. And that's 3 that have all come back as 10. So just shows you amazing print quality for the Japanese promos. Aha! I like this one. So the Picasso touch. It was done like in the sort of Picasso art style by the artist Heibu, and this was given away, I believe, to participants at the same tournament where they got the trophy Kangaskhan from. That did well in that tournament, but I think this was just like the entry promo, and then I think it was also redistributed again afterwards. So nowhere near obviously as valuable as that trophy Kangaskhan, but. I think it's still nice little promos. I think this would probably still be in the region of $30 to $50, but I need to double check that. I love the artwork on that one. So we got a nice 10 off the Blastoise and Piplup to go along with the 9 that we saw earlier. Again, no idea of the value, but nice card to invest in. So this one's interesting. So you may think, oh, it's only a 7, the Typhlosion. But this Typhlosion, so there's 2 Typhlosions in Neogenesis, 16 and 17. And 17, for some reason, just print quality issues depending on where they were on the sheets or whatever. The 17s are always a lot harder to grade, and there's very few 10s either in the first edition or unlimited of the Typhlosion, and I think just not that many nines either. So keep an eye out for this Typhlosion. It's definitely one worth investing. Like trying to keep an eye out for these CVC mint copies because they are quite pricey. I was thinking, even as a 7, I think I could still get at least $30 for this Typhlosion. So more Neo. Oh yeah, same set as the Celebi. Neo Revelation. Nice Suicune. Again, all the legendaries are popular. Nice little beautiful Suicune. Classic sort of Suicune art there. Might be one of the first appearances of Suicune, I'm not sure actually. Aha! Fire! Absolute fire. Beautiful PSA 10 Charizard. Look at that. That is beautiful. Um, so it's always nice to see a PSA 10 of any Charizard, Rainbow, Secret, or whatever otherwise. This one is still in the region of $300 for the PSA 10. So, yes, lovely card. You can. It's harder to find these ungraded now because a lot of people, like myself included, have snapped them up. So it's hard to find them ungraded. But keep an eye out for Charizards. Get them graded. Beautiful card. Lovely, 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 lovely. So again, like with the Japanese Pikachu we saw earlier, there's a micro crease or some kind of very small and very hard to spot damage that even someone like me would probably have issues trying to spot. Again, just a quick looking over the card. I can't see it, but I'll have a much closer look. But yeah, this promo was given away to those that it was in a tin, I think. No, this one, no, yeah. I know why these ones are quite hard to grade because they were given away with a little plastic chip, like a game cartridge chip that people could use in arcades, and they were in the same package, and they would dent into the Mewtwo. So the Japanese armored Mewtwo is much nicer looking than the English one that we got from the tin promo. But yeah, bit shame it got a 6, but that's a beautiful card. I think I can still find someone who'd be willing to give me at least $30 for that. Another Blastoise. Another PSA 9 of the Blastoise GX from Unbroken Bonds. Beautiful card. Another Dream League Lily. So PSA 10 again, Japanese print quality all the way, brilliant. These ones you can't really use as a great example because they are coming from these weird sealed packages. But I suppose that one actually is as well. But yeah, normally the reds are okay to grade. These are a lot harder to grade. And follow up from the 9, we got a nice 10 of the Blastoise. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I believe the 10 has already gotten to over $100. So, yes, nice Blastoise there. So you can see we got our 4 stacks here. Japanese, modern, literally just Charizards. All those are just Charizards and the Wizards of the Coast there. So lots of stuff to get through. Lovely Charizards, reverse holo. So again, we had the 10 earlier. We got the 8, the 9, and also the 10 in the stack as well. So it's nice that we've got them on order. It's still, even if you get an 8, it's still a lot more than you're going to get for the ungraded card. So we're down to the last few cards here. We've got not one, but 2 of these beautiful full art Blastoise and Piplups. So I thought these were just stunning. These were my favourite artworks for all the tag teams. Who's the artwork? Konoyama. I want to get I want to get him to sign one of these in the future. They're absolutely beautiful. Huge fan of this card. Love everything about it. Again, you can still get these very good prices, like under $20 for the raw card. Yeah. And I told you there'll be more Blastoise coming. Another 9 of the secret rare Pipstoise. Nice card. And last but not least, final card. Nearly done, guys. Nearly there. Beautiful PSA 10 Hidden Fates Mewtwo. So there's been a lot of Hidden Fates in this returns. I think I slowly pick them up. I find them at good prices and I just get them graded. Well, if they look mint, I'll send them off to get PSA because there's no reason selling these raw when they're in such beautiful condition. You always got a good chance of getting 10. I mean, if you can see, about 2/3 of the Hidden Fates we've shown you today have been like PSA 10, especially like the Charizard and those evolutions and stuff. This Mewtwo, you can still get the raw copy of this Mewtwo for under $30. I think a PSA 10 is around the 80 mark, maybe more. So you're almost doubling on your investment price. Even as a PSA 9, you still more than break even after shipping and everything. So absolutely beautiful shiny Mewtwo. Shiny Pokemon, always super popular. Never going to be a problem trying to sell these in the future. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. Wow, so that's all of our PSA cards that we had there. As you can see, huge stack of them. We're going to have a lot of fun trying to get these listed. Remember, check out my eBay. Link in the description. A lot of the stuff will be up for sale there. If you've got any questions, feel free to message me. Also, PSA cards, remember to get them graded. The lovely people, Ludkins Collectables, lovely, lovely people. Definitely the best place to get your PSA cards graded. UK, America, Europe. They cover the whole world, most of the world. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon, Pokemon fans. If you like what you saw, remember to click the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Very tired, long video. Let me know which your favourite PSA card is, and I'll see you very soon. Gotta catch them all.